ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa has strongly condemned sexual relations between educators and school pupils. Ramaphosa called on teacher union Sadtu to take action against the perpetrators. Our reporter Natasha Phiri is attending Sadtu's 9th National Congress underway at Nasrec, Johannesburg.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, and of course our viewers once again. That concludes the better half of the program that we actually had earlier in the morning. We just heard that address there by ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa, who actually came to address the more than 1,000 delegates here at Nasrec for the Sadtu Conference. And as you know, just to remind you, today marks, I beg your pardon, the first day, of proceedings here. And just to sum up what the president had actually said, he had touched on a number of issues, and of course those pertinent issues being education. He had lauded also the teachers for the good and sterling job that they actually do, but also recognized that much more still needs to be done. He had said that, teachers are somewhat underpaid and looked down upon, and of course that also needs to change. Various issues that he spoke about was the early childhood development, of course reiterating that this is a critical development stage, and as you know that this component was transferred from the Department of Social Development into basic education, and he had somewhat actually lauded this initiative. He spoke much about what has been happening in the country. We saw the recent spate of violence against women and children, the violence that also occurred amongst South Africans, and of course also directed to foreign nationals as well. And President did not mince his words there, saying that there are too many reports of sexual relations between educators and school children. He had said that this actually needs to come to an end once and for all, and actually implored Sadtu as a union, the largest union of teachers, to actually do something about this. He had said that they should stand firm and not allow sexual relations between educators and learners. He further moved on to actually lambast and lament incidences where educators are actually found to be actually abusing school children, saying that the perpetrators need to be caught and need to face indeed the full might of the law. I had spoken on a number of issues, of course, like I alluded to earlier on ECD, but also he had said that, the lines, he actually highlighted the unity of the alliance, that being the ANC, the SABC and COSATU, saying that it is very imperative that the alliance actually needs to work together to actually forge, social cohesion. In his own words, I beg your pardon, the president had said that, this is the strongest and the historic alliance, and said that the National Democratic Revolution can be successfully led through the alliance. So, the president speaking on a number of issues here, also imploring Sadtu to actually do something, about, incidences of gender-based violence that actually takes place in schools, saying that educators actually do pick up on such incidences, and they shouldn't be quiet about these things. But as of now, we've just adjourned for lunch. We spoke to alliance partners, the SABC and COSATU, who will be giving their messages of support, but actually saying that they're also here as alliance partners to actually support Sadtu, to support teachers as well, the working class as well. So quite a number of issues touched on here. We know that tomorrow will be the second day of conference, and of course commissions will be underway, and of course the conference, I beg your pardon, will actually conclude on Saturday, and of course we will then know who the new leadership of Sadtu is. But of course, just speaking to the General Secretary of Sadtu earlier on, Ubab Maluleke, he had touched on a number of issues. He had said that what we can expect as South Africans is robust debates and discussions here, amidst the conference, especially highlighting issues of gender-based violence, highlighting issues of violence in schools, infrastructure, and hopefully coming out of this conference on Saturday, Sadtu will then take the plight of teachers moving forward.